Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Here we go. We're going to rip it and flip it and dip it and keep it going like we do every single day here on the channel. Shout out to you, and all of you beautiful people. Thank you for being here. I am in sunny Lisbon. You can see the sun is flying into the room right now. It is bright as could be. I almost don't even need it. Actually, the lighting works, actually. Hey, I'll take it. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. I can see outside of the window there. It was hailing on us, though. Just like an hour ago, we were at a steak dinner. It was hailing on us. I took the lifers out. We had a good time. Shout out to everyone that jumped on in with the Crypto Lifer. Let's take a look at what's happening to BTC on the day. And that's not what we're going to go for, but we're going to get you. We're going to get you right about there. And, oh, no. Oh, what is that? Hold on. Where is that? Wait. So weird. Hold on one second. All right. ROG. Hold on. I just want to get the right background, and then we're going to rip it and get it going. Shout out to all my beautiful people out here. Hope you're hanging out as I get this going. Yeah. Auto. Yeah, it's going to be the Dell. It's going to be the Dell. It's going to be the Dell. Whoa. Bring the Dell up. Nah, hold on. I got to grab a source. Hold on one second. One thing wasn't perfect. Hold on, let's get it cooking. Shout out to all my beautiful people here while you're hanging out with the lifer. All right. Let's add that source. It's going to be, the display is going to be the Dell. Bang. Bang. There we go. There we go. But now, look, I got to bring it all the way back down to the bottom. Don't worry. I got you. I got you. We can do this fast. You're going to see me pop in a second. Oh, no, get that out of there. Sorry, I thought I had this going right when I started the stream. Usually it's already set up. I don't know. I even looked at it. I even ran a test earlier today. I don't know what happened there, but we'll figure it out. Maybe it's the travel pack. I don't know. Well, we'll go. Oh, there it is. It was there. I just had it. Anyway, God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being absolutely amazing and awesome with the lifers. We appreciate you and we love you. We care about you. And we want to see you win every single day of the week. So let's take a look here at BTC. As you can see, there's still liquidity to the downside here on BOOKMAP, all the way down to about, what is that level going to be at? 93,750. So it's suggesting that we will see lower lows for Bitcoin. There's a little bit of red up there, but is that gonna hold? Only time will tell. I talked about this flag breaking to the downside, right? And it started to do it. Then we saw some bullish div, and now it's bearishly retesting. Could be that continuation down to the measured move. Why is that the measured move? It's the length of the previous width here of the back of the triangle. Let me show you how we get the measured move. We take this wick here, swing it down to there, and that gives you the move to the downside for BTC. So far so good. It's okay. It's not absolutely amazing. It's okay. Funny, I had a main up here too. Hold on one second, because there was one that said main. I think it would be this one too. That one should be the right one. Bang, right there. There we go. And then that should be on top of right? Yeah, there we go. That's correctamundo. And then there should be black down here. Hold on. Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah, hold on. I got it. Take right off. There we go. I did it. Okay, so here we go. We're back at it. I had it. It was just main. I knew it was main. The main one, baby. Shout out to all my people out here. Let's take a look at BTC from the monthly all the way back down. I am a little bit jet lagged, so bear with me here. As I just flew into Portugal, I got here at 5 in the morning on a red eye. I got on the flight at 4 o'clock, which got me into Portugal at 5:30 in the morning, which was my time, 12 o'clock. And then I got here. I've been up ever since. I've taken a 5-minute nap, and I've slept like 3 hours on the plane. So I'm on like 40 hours of being awake on 3 hours. But we'll get there. The strong will survive every single time, I'll tell you that. So resistance for Bitcoin at 115.9, clear as day on the monthly. We talked about if the monthly had closed. Remember, first I talked about this 108 area. So if you close a candle of 108, expect for us to go to 102,500. I said then if you break 102.5, expect us to go to 96,000. This is just monthly support or resistance. It's very simple. You can see, and I'm going to use it forever now. I mean, it's obvious. So once we lost that level, we were going to here. We did that. Once this was below there, we went to here. We did that. We're actually breaching that now slightly. We're actually a little lower now. That breaks below. Look, the next area you're going to go is you're going to test 94,150. And then you're going to test here at about, I don't know, 82,597. Let me bring it actually down. About 82,300 for Bitcoin. So could we go to 82? It's very, very possible. I mean, look. And another thing that I'm showing people that I don't think they realize is this could be a shoulder. This could be a head. We could pop back in for the right shoulder and then take a massive move to the downside. We just have to be open-minded. Maybe that's going to be a little higher, like something like this. There you go. That makes the most sense. But that still gives me about a $50,000 BTC. So if we end up going into a bear market and ripping down to 50 to 75,000, that makes a lot of sense here for BTC. It does. It acts like that's going to be a catalyst for a move. I'm not saying that's happening for sure. I'm not saying we're going into the bearish times. I am just telling you that's a high probability. Look at the shoulder, head, right shoulder here on the RSI on the monthly, right? And that lets it start to come on down. I mean, the monthly has spoken, right? I mean, you've crossed down the yellow line. The last time we had a pullback was the last time the monthly crossed the yellow line, you see, was the bear market here. You see, we crossed the yellow line, bear market status. Right there, we crossed the yellow line. Yeah, right there, we crossed the yellow line, beginning of the bear market. Right there, we crossed the yellow line, beginning of the bear market. Right there, we crossed the yellow line, beginning of the bear market, right? So never have we crossed that line as in-depth as we have and not had it begun a deeper pullback. And there's still a lot down there. It says we could get all the way down, the RSI could move all the way down to 40. Sitting at 59 right now. So there's definitely some more downside, right? There's definitely some more downside here coming our way. It looks likely to me. It's better. Everyone's fishing for the breakout. Wait for us to get above the 1 hour 200 moving average. Like, the deeper you go, the more substantial you want the reversal to be to believe in it. You don't want to just be taking anything you see. And look, there's even a bearish div here. That swings up while that swings down. This could be just the beginning, which is kind of crazy. But I'm just being honest with everybody. I'm just showing you the facts here. Remember, I was super bearish. I always said there could have been a chance, but I told you when you go below the daily 200, you must remain openly bearish, and then just, if you get a bullish move, so be it, but you have to reiterate, and look, we fell out of the channel. I kept talking about this. I said, that's a bearish retest. And we bearish retested the bottom of the channel, fell out. We had a shoulder, head, right shoulder. Like, it was perfect. We had an Adam and Eve. We had a shoulder, head, right shoulder there. Just everything said we were going lower. So if we lose this key level, you can see Bitcoin headed back down to the weekly support at about 86,000 BTC. Shout out to everybody here on the chat. If I can get the chat lively and get you going, how is it? How is the audio? How is everything going? Right? Someone said the guy is bullish. Who is bullish? I'm not bullish. Looking like the bear is here. What are you doing in Portugal? In Portugal, we have the Crypto Creator Conference. Okay? And I am a prestige member. All right? Hanging out with Elon Musk's mom and stuff like that. No, seriously. Like, I heard somehow I might meet Mrs. Musk. Maybe tomorrow night. Tonight, I have a big dinner with a lot of the VIP people that run cryptocurrency. It's going to be interesting. All the top influencers in the entire world of cryptocurrency are here in Lisbon, getting it done right now. And, we're finding ways to help each other build and create more resources, right? Could you look at TRB in the free time, please, on the low time frames? You sound fantastic, Sam. Thank you for saying that. Crypto on the run already happened, bro. You got another 4 years for another run. Do we not have hidden bullish divergence on the weekly? Can't have a bear market without a blow off top of euphoria. I agree, but you've been pumped. That was your blow off top right there. And then you chopped around with extra push. That was your blow off top right there. Boom, 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 boom. That was euphoria. Ever since then, we've been trying to get back that same feeling. And we hit it, but we lose it. We hit it, you know what I mean? So you think of whatever you want. Someone said, don't you see hidden bullish on the weekly? Let's talk about that, because to get hidden bullish on the weekly, you're going to have to go from here to there. And you're kind of cutting off this level and that level, right? But I guess, you know what? I could see how that's hidden bullish divergence. But to me, I feel like this is the divergence there, and you're just moving to the downside. I'd have to see. I don't know. You know what I mean? But, you know, I haven't backtested all the different scenarios of hidden bullish, so there's a chance this one squeaks in. You are very oversold on the weekly. You would expect some type of bounce in this region. This is your last level. You don't bounce here, 94, 93K. You're falling right back down here to about 86,000, 195. It just is what it is. Seems like that's what's likely going to happen. All right. She's literally like the real... You guys are funny, man, right? He got it from his mom, Danny. I know, right? She's literally like a real life... You're funny, man. Bear market is where the money is made. Amen. Speculative sentiment is going to affect XRP like rain on the window shield moving forward. We've been in a bull market for 3 years. Yeah, I know, right? It's been insane. People really can't face the facts. At least we got the extreme fear going. See, the extreme fear has me questioning things a little bit, because every time I've been at a 15 and I bought, we have raced all the way back to the upside. We don't sit in a bear market for weeks. Might be a couple weeks. Like the last time I bought this level, a low level, it was 84,000. Remember, I bought a whole Bitcoin at 84K when we were damn near in the 22s, 23s, I think even 19. Okay. Fear and greed is resetting nicely, though. Yeah, that's the thing about fear and greed. It is very, very nicely resetting here at 15. We could see 9 or 10, though, at 86. If we go to 86,000, we'll see 9 or 10. That will be the low in my humble. I don't see how we go lower than that. I just don't see it based on perspective and the probabilities, how much space you have on this indicator. But I could be wrong. Bitcoin taking a tumble as we speak, back from 97 back to 96,000. And we're going to zoom in. So the first thing I see, bearish retest, Adam and Eve, shoulder, head, right shoulder, drop to the downside. The target was 96,006. We hit it. We lose it. We're dropping further down to 86,000. We could take a $10,000 tumble in the next few hours. It really could happen. So just be careful. Always have your head up. 5-day chart. And make sure I got something here. 2 days and 9 hours, this 5-day chart closes. Let's take a look at the 3-day chart. All, you know, it's like the hidden bullish divergence is all we got at support. And you could, you know, and I talk about this too. Whenever you lose the daily 200 moving average and you close a candle, you got to start accepting that there's a 90% chance you're going to the 2-day 200 moving average. Whenever you lose the 2-day 200 moving average, you got to accept the chance that you're going down to the 3-day 200 moving average, which coincides with 87,000 and that resistance right there on the 3-day chart. So I could see Bitcoin taking a tumble further to the downside. Right now, I would start to look for the bear flag on the 3, 5, 7, or 15-minute time frame to get yourself in position. You know, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. I'm just going over the charts and giving you guys the education that you deserve. Sent XRP request yesterday, but you had to go. Shout out to Kurt Short. God bless you, man. Thank you. We'll take a look at that. Thank you so much for XRP. And thank you for caring and actually sending a super chat. That means the world to me. It means you care about what my TA has to say, and that means a lot to me. Because actions speak way louder than words. You can tell me you love me, but sending in that super chat tells me you love the sauce. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to Kurt. So look, we got this shoulder, a head, a bit of a right shoulder. This thing could move all the way back up here to 116,800 if we got the move, right? A little bit of bullish divvy, but not amazing. I lean bearish. I just want to make that really clear. I'd preferably be looking for a bear flag that could break us further to the downside. But so far, so good. Man, traveling the world from Singapore to Dubai to Lisbon, Portugal. I've been everywhere. I was just in Dubai. I was just in Singapore last month. I'm back in Lisbon. The international man of mystery, Sam Price, the crypto lifer. Follow your dreams. You will travel the world too. Go after your whatever it is every single day with the discipline and the vigor and the passion. And I don't know how you're not going to get where you desire to be in life. So there's a possible inverted. That's how we could dig our way out. We'd be back at 116 pretty fast. Isn't that crazy? Like literally how the fastest that could take if we just absolutely exploded. You hold shift down, go right here. Could take about 20 days, 2 weeks to 20 days. And that's about what happens when you have a massive crash like that. It takes about 2 weeks to get it. But we tried it here. We tried the inverted head and shoulder here. There we did play out, but we got resistance at 114.5, baby, and we rolled over. So can we make an inverted head and shoulder here? Can we get the bounce is the question for Bitcoin. You know, and that's what everybody wants to know today. That's the age-old question of the day. Can Bitcoin repeat the pump? 22-hour time frame looks bearish to me. Look, you can see we talked about this being a bear flag even on Solana. Remember, I gave you the Solana bear flag. I said, watch Solana. It's going to tank on that 22-hour time frame. And lo and behold, it did exactly what we talked about. It tanked on the 2-hour time frame. Like, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. So, rally into Death Cross about to happen. Live for meetups are the best. God bless, God is love, man. Why do you care what people do with their money? I don't even know what he's saying. So many shorts to smash through. Yeah. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for being here and appreciate it. I don't even know what he said. We don't look at hate. Is obviously talking about, thinking the first asset like Bitcoin is the one is silly. Where is FaceTime and Napster now? So or did they get replaced by better technology? They didn't have 21 million coins, man. You know what I mean? Zcash actually went against the grain. I saw it pumping when Bitcoin was dumping. All right. Check the 15-minute bearish retest, getting the golden pocket on the weekly fib retracement. Extreme fear equals massive profit. Yeah, first time I see MACD red sold on the monthly time frame. So yeah, I mean, the bear flag played out exactly as it should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days it took about to play to the downside. And again, that's my model. Let's go to the model on the daily. I trade when price action gets above the 200 moving average. When the 21 touches and we're in a flag and the Stokes are low, I mean, boom. And that's your flag to the upside. I was looking for that right shoulder. We did not get it, but we got the pump to the next resistance at $96,086. So the daily looking beat up. Could it break back out of the falling wedge? Doesn't look amazing to me, but there's a chance. There's always a chance. But so far, it looks like it's headed lower, right? You did get a wick off the channel. You could get this shoulder, head, right shoulder, and reverse. We'd be looking for an inverted head and shoulder here. And look, a possible tweezer bottom on the 12-hour, possible tweezer bottom on the 8-hour, possible tweezer bottom on the 4-hour. We need these things to happen. We got to get, this has to turn green and flush. So two things are going on. You're either going to get a V-shaped recovery back to the upside here, or you're going to make a bit of a bear flag that wants to continue further to the downside. The bear flag has a nasty target with a very long pause, and that takes you all the way down, just like me, when that takes you all the way down to 89,117, right? That goes right there to 89,315. And that would make sense. I mean, Bitcoin would take the beat down right to support, so the measured move is the exact area of support or resistance. Again, this would take some time. That's the 4-hour time frame. You might actually get 4 or 5, though. You might get 20 hours before this thing decides to roll over. Otherwise, it's a shoulder, a head, and you could think about taking the shoulder. So I would only take the end of the flag if we made one, or if we reverse, I would take the bottom of that right shoulder. So I know exactly where I would be trading if I desire to trade. I know where the trade should be placed. And now I just have to watch price action to see what it gives me if there's opportunity in the market. Friday is low volume. It's not my favorite day to trade, specifically after all the insanity that went on. I'd be looking for this to bear flag further to the downside, but I wouldn't put it past the open-mindedness that it could make an inverted head and shoulder. If we end up doing something like this, I'll be paying close attention to that key area right there for BTC. So that's how I would trade Bitcoin. I don't know how you would do it. This is how I'm doing it. So we're looking for this thing to possibly, and maybe it goes all the way back up. So we're looking for a V-shaped recovery here and some type of inverted head and shoulder for Bitcoin. We don't want to see it make the lateral flag to the downside and collapse, which anything can happen. This is more likely. The downside scenario is more likely because the trend is your friend and the trend is to the downside. So things are taking a tumble. It is what it is. So when the trend is your friend, you trade the trend. I trade the flags on the 21 above the 200 every time I see that the trend is not bullish. And how can you tell when the trend is not bullish? You're going to have a lower high, you know what I mean? You're going to have a lower high followed by a lower low. So like right here, you have a high, you have a lower low. So there's your low, there's your high. There's your lower low, there's your lower high. Then you make a right shoulder and then you go for a lower low. You would look for a right shoulder up and down price action here and preferably a high with a lower high to roll over. Doesn't have to be, but that's kind of the most likely scenario. So we'd be seeing something like this and then it would have a crash back to the downside, right? Grateful for the lifers. TLOS TA, please, from James K. We're going to look at TLOS. We're also going to look at Zcash. So let me get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly Appreciate it. All the way from Singapore here. Not missing a beat. I've been talking about being bearish for like weeks on end. Remember on October 10th, if you go back to my October 10th live stream, which was the day they did that crazy dump. In the morning, I think it was a Saturday or if it was a Friday. In the morning, I'm sitting there like, you know what? I'm going to take some money out of the market. I said, the market looks sketchy. Things don't look right. I'm going to take some money out of the market. Then the day after, a few weeks later, remember, like a week later, I said, I'm going to take more money out of the market. I said, I don't like what I'm seeing here, right? Thanks for the clarification. 21 million coins makes Bitcoin infinitely sustainable. Not infinitely sustainable, but it definitely gives it a scarcity level. And anything that has scarcity creates a philosophy that people can't get it again. And when people can't get things again, the price tends to go up in value, right? Singapore, I thought you were in Portugal. I told you I'm in Portugal. I've just been around the world. I've been to Dubai, Singapore, Portugal. I've been around the world, man. Right? Someone says Bitcoin's making a higher high on the 5-minute time frame. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. Shows that it might make that V-shaped recovery, that inverted. 5-minute looks okay. It's not amazing. 15-minute. 5-minute isn't a flag, so the 5-minute is showing the signal. Actually not. It's pre-signal, but it's in a flag, just like the daily was. Touch of the 21-day moving average. You would expect this thing to move. All the way to about 99,407. That would be the key area that I would be watching for Bitcoin. After 6 years in crypto, I may just stick with stock. So crazy, man. Proof of work. Don't be scared of scarcity. I think this cycle making many Bitcoin maxis. It is. It's turning a lot of people into Bitcoin maxis. You were tethering up. I remember. Thank you for saying that. Where do you really want to go to relax for a month? Where do I really want to go to relax for a month? Fiji. I'd like to go to Fiji. Yeah. Or the Maldives. The Fiji and the Maldives come up. Or Dominica. Not at the Dominican Republic. Dominica. It's a beautiful island that like Morgan Freeman hangs out at. I'm glad I took profits. Me too. God bless you, man. The 99 is the place to be. Get the education you deserve. Shout out to Rave Song Records. Thank you. So 21 million tokens surpasses the importance of unknown founders and lack of global liquidity. It's 21 million, dude. You don't even know what you're saying. I can't have a conversation with you because you just twice said Bitcoin had 21,000 tokens. So it obviously you don't research anything you say. You repeat nonsense that doesn't make sense. And it makes me think, I have to say, it makes me think that the next thing out of your mouth is going to be nonsense. Even though I love and respect you, you are clearly mistaken. Like you've twice now said Bitcoin has 21,000 tokens. You could have grokked that before you said publicly. You should just double check things before you write things publicly. Because you probably have a point, but no one's going to listen to your point if you consistently look like you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I love you, bro. Just try harder next time. Can you please check on E? Thank you, and God bless you, Sam. Thank you. Yeah. Bitcoin was the play all along. Dude, if you watch my channel, I pivoted into Bitcoin heavy around 15, 20,000. Around 25,000, I was heavy. I don't get me wrong. I never gave up the altcoins, but I did not go as heavy on the alts as I did on Bitcoin, right? 21 million, my heart, right? It's the farthest you can get away from home. Yeah. Truman also wants to go to Fiji. Funny. Yeah, he does, right? In the Truman Show, that's where he wants to go. I never thought about that. Fiji, yeah, Fiji. That's my Jim Carrey. Nah, he's probably saying 21K on purpose to get you to react. Who knows? I don't care, man. It doesn't matter to me. What does it matter if Bitcoin is scarce if crypto as a whole is absolutely not? Plus, you say Bitcoin not the one, but give no answer as to what is. Plus, you say Bitcoin's not the one, but give no answer as to what is. Yeah, it's funny, right? Bitcoin's not a token, it's a coin. That's why it's not BTT. I know, right? You're a beautiful soul, man. May God protect you always. God bless you. May God protect you as well, my man. And thank you so much for that love. Because you said that God will protect me. If you believe in crypto, stay and buy more. If you're scared, go to church. They're not 21 million coin. May have been permanently lost. Yes, you're right. There's probably 17 million now. Life for alt stabilized with Bitcoin drop last week. Well noticed. Yeah. What food should I order? Five Guys. Burgers and fries. Sam, please check USDT. Might be forming a bearish money printer on the daily. Anybody look into the FD? Oh, whoa. You know what? I agree with you though, because everything's so MAGA bullish, and then I can see how that could be somewhat bearish. I'll give that to you. I mean, let's just speculate. We're speculative investors. That news isn't good news, right? All right. There's no second best to Bitcoin. There's no lifeboat better than BTC. Yeah. After 80% drop on alts, 50 minutes, it's only a Bitcoin market going forward. Yeah, exactly. Someone said, nice call. Can you please check on E? Thank you and God bless. If you send in a super chat for TA and deep dives, I have 21,000. That would be so dope, JV. Let's take a look at what happened to. Someone said the bot bought the absolute bottom again. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Where is the bot? See, stop Minotaur. I didn't hit the stop Minotaur trading buy yet. That's how you stop it. You hit the stop button. There should be an ACCV5 in there, though. I don't see it. Interesting. I did make this on another... Oh, let me see. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. It would be in here. Yeah, I'll go find it. I have it all saved. 520. Nah, but we redid it since then. And this one didn't save? Maybe I didn't do the date. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, maybe that's the last time we tweaked it and I've been reset. No, but I feel like I tweaked it since then. Yeah, this is like October. Interesting. You know what it is? I'm on my travel computer, not my regular computer. So I gotta have to see that. Lifer, how's your new car? I don't know. It's thousands of miles away right now. I have no clue. Maybe you could check on it for me. Ba-dum-ching. I need the ba-dum-ching, man. Ba-dum-ching. Those sound effects are hot, man. Not having my mixer with me is a shame. So look, the 5-minute looks just like Bitcoin on the daily. Let me show you something that's going to blow your mind. I love this. I love the macro, the micro, the micro, the macro, the back and forth, the transitional energy here. So I just want to show you something that's going to blow your mind. It's pretty interesting. So when we take a look at BTC, USDT, and we can go to, buy bid if we want. We take a look at the daily chart. And we want to see how the daily made a bear flag. We want to flip this upside down. And then we're going to delete everything for a second here. So look, you can see that the daily made the bear flag. It was near the 21 with low Stokes. Now, if we go here, look, it's the same thing, right? See, the 21 touching, curving up. Now, this thing isn't above the 200, so there's less probability. This is above the 200, higher probability. But they're both similar structured price action. So, does that mean we're going to pump tonight? No, not for sure, but it does start to hold, so an idea that this is a pump to the upside. And look, we could head to the 200 moving average to 97.5, only to possibly get rejected. We'll see, but that's definitely going to be the next area of resistance. So I see a little bit of a pump here out this flag to the upside for Bitcoin. So far, it is following this curve to the upside. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour had a bullish engulfing candle just now. So the 1 hour just absolutely ripped to the upside. And so you can see the 5 minute, you can trade whatever time frame. You can zoom in, see the 5 minute. You can jump on into the tweezer bottom on the 1 hour and front run that, right? You can front run this week too. And honestly, look at this. I mean, look what's happening now. So either you're going to make the bear flag. So if this comes up, goes sideways, 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 the entry somewhere here with a stop above here or here. And the target back down to like 71, was 89,000 is the first stop. Now, if we shoot up, you're going to have to look for the right shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. That would be even more bullish for us in the long run. So, you know what? Bitcoin looks interesting right now. I say it's going to bear flag because once you're in this much of a downtrend, you just keep shorting till they stop you out. That's the smart thing to do, is take the short probability. Again, you're going to do whatever you want, and I'm not a financial advisor, so it doesn't matter. But my idea is I know probability really well, and I've backtested it all. Most of it, not it all, but dang, we're a lot of it. And so what I found over time is that we're going to, that there's a place where you should enter trades based on probability. So like that right shoulder would be hot, right? That would give us the odds that this would break out somewhere back to like 102,005. And that's kind of what we're looking for. That's the sauce that we want. That's what I'm looking for. That's what we all are looking for. Piercing looked into POKT. Seems interesting. Seems like something by a bear market though. And just, POKT is gold, man. You're trading gold, brother. You can put your TP and stop loss at the spread between the limit and trigger from each other. Yep. Hey, Sam, can you talk about fear and greed and why it wouldn't be a good idea to buy the fear right now? For me, personally, it's a good idea. You do whatever makes you happy. Here's the deal. Bobby is a sheep herder, okay? You're going to be like, huh? Yeah, Bobby. This is Bobby, all right? He's got a hat on, a nice cowboy hat, all right? 2 eyes, a nose, and a smile. This is Bobby. Bobby is a sheep herder. Bah. Right? This is my little puffy sheep, right? Bah, bah. So this is my little sheep. And now, why am I talking about sheep herders? What am I saying? Well, listen to this. Say your herd gets weak after a while, right? They start to die off. You need to buy a new sheep. And now you might wait, and now might be a time where the sheep go on sale. Because you're going to do this for the next 10 to 15 years, right? You don't need all the sheep immediately. You can wait for the best prices. So you wait for the sheep prices to go down, and you buy a little bit. You buy 2 or 3 sheep, and the same thing here. And then over the next 10 years, you reestablish the flock, get it going, but you mainly buy the sheep when they're lower, right? You don't want to ape in. So the same thing with Bitcoin. You want to have a 10-year, for me, I have a 10-year Bitcoin plan, and it's about accumulating when it's low. Extreme fear is low to me because maybe we go to 86,000, but there's no guarantees. What I know right now is this is in my lifetime. See, I have actions to compare this to. In my lifetime, I have bought this exact area, and it's played out for me every time. Hasn't been one time I bought 16 and it didn't play out for me and waited like 2 to 3 years. It's like a 2 to 3 year hold, and 16 to me have been 100%. So again, I could be wrong, but I'm going to go with what has worked for me in the past over and over and over again, right? Why not? So I buy 16 on the fear and greed, and maybe we go lower. Maybe we go to 89 and I buy more. But at that point, how is that not the bottom? So we're definitely getting very close to the bottom, in my humble opinion. I believe it's closer than people realize now too. So keep your sheep in order. Make sure you're doing what you got to do. I'm messing with you, but you know what I'm saying. God bless you all. And honestly, whenever I travel, I feel so blessed. No matter what's happened to Bitcoin. Remember, I was talking to someone today at dinner, and I mentioned the death of my mom and my father. I realized there's still I'm still in a lot of trauma. I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes, or I'm going to sleep, and I see my dad getting hit with those paddles, the defibrillation. Oh man. And I just, whatever, I don't want to get into it. Sorry. But it hit me hard today, and it sat with me. Maybe it's to protect me from the losses, from the ups and downs of this market, just absolutely tearing everybody up. And then say, hey, well, at least I'm still alive, right? So why buy today when the next year it'll probably be a lot cheaper when the real bear market crash happens? Because nobody knows that. I always say that, when we started the dump here, everyone thought we were going lower at $84,000. And they said, don't buy now, it's going to go lower. My thing is this. Bitcoin rewards whoever holds Bitcoin. Period. Over time, it tends to reward whoever holds Bitcoin. So, thanks, Sam. I appreciate you. You too, man. Yeah, I lost my sister in July, so I get it. We were with her till the end. I know, man. Now, saying Palantir was going to bounce there too. Remember, never hit the stop loss. We'll talk about that in a second. So, Bitcoin, bear flag. Look at that thing, man. So beautiful. 2-hour time frame doesn't look amazing away from the 21. 1 hour time frame doesn't look amazing away from the 21. Kind of a bullish div there, though. Somewhat of a strong bullish divergence. So I would start to flag this out like this and say, okay, maybe this thing could do, that would be a bear flag somewhere down to about 91,000. It would breach that end trend line, but that, and I guess we kind of went over this already, but it's either the inverted head and shoulder or it's tight, and you take the short to the downside, right? So we figured it out yet again, just redoing what we did before. No more 4-year Bitcoin cycles. This is a construct of the past before major financial gains and institutions got involved. We'll have pullbacks, but no cycles. If you're in for the long haul, it doesn't matter where you buy. In 4 years, somebody said you will be in profit. That's what he said. I don't know. I believe that. There's no guarantees. But we do know it's going lower. A bear market will happen today. Next year, who knows? But it's coming, and we will go lower. Alt season will turn into a myth, and only some people will talk about it as real, and others will wonder if people are just making up stories. then will turn into an old-timer story. Hey, Sam, you have to go to Ramiro, one of the best restaurants in Lisbon, if you like seafood. Thank you. I just went to Agena. It was really good. Bought more Tesla, Palantir, and NVIDIA at the lows. I like it. With inbound liquidity of QE and signs of ISM finally set to rebound, I just don't see how this could actually be the start of a longer bear market. This seems like an overreaction to Fed hawkishness. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The Fed comes out, changes that to 40%, and they're able to bring the market cheaper, right? So it's to me, it's just like, for all I know, they do it just to see if they can do it. Just to be evil and devilish, like we can move the market. You never know. We don't know for sure. So yeah, this thing just dropped from 53 to 49. So insult to injury, they make it even more bearish here, as now they're going to say, well, we're not going to cut the rates. And if we do, there's only a 49% chance that we do and a 50% chance that we don't. So wow. The BOKT got in the last 4-hour candles. Yeah. Just because QE is pumped it before doesn't mean it will margin rates the way they are. Yeah. Wall Street is happy with 20% gains a year. They will probably crash it only to show 10 to 20% profits for the end of the year taxes. Just my 2 cents. Interesting. Never had a crash. Notice discrepancy between fear and greed. CMC is at 26, others at 15. I never used the CMC. I've only used the one at alternative.me. So if you only use the same one like I have, there's no discrepancy. It's exactly where it should be. I always thought the other one is a little too high or low. Notice discrepancy. Yeah, exactly. Dash, pump him even more than. So let's take a look at Dash and Zcash, which, people are saying they're on the move right now. We could be getting this V-shaped recovery here. If this thing breaks this trend line, it's likely going to continue further to the upside. So the thing about me is I'm so open-minded that I could catch a long right now. I could catch a short. Anything could happen. And I know that. Other people are too stuck in their ways. There's just no way that could happen. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so Bitcoin. Looks like we could get that move. It will head right to about 98.5 before it has a bigger pullback. 97,000. Strategy is worth less than its Bitcoin as crypto prices slide on barons. Why are the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge prices down again? Institutions kill Bitcoin spirit, claims legendary trader Peter Brandt as, Institutions kill Bitcoin spirit, claims legendary trader Peter Brandt as Bitcoin slips below 100 grand. Bitcoin slipped below 100 grand again this week, right when traders were trying to determine whether it was just another dip after a year-long rise from about 73,700 to highs around 109,000. Peter Brandt came in with a statement that was more impactful than any chart. He said the institutions have destroyed the spirit that made Bitcoin what it is. Not the price, not the trend, the spirit. Something that made it the people's money once. Brandt's argument is based on the ownership map. Today, Bitcoin is dominated by public companies and regulated products rather than crowds fighting through government control as they did in earlier eras. Strategy alone controls 641,692 BTC. Marathon holds 53,000, while Coinbase holds 14,548. Even Tesla holds 11,509, and the ETFs of BlackRock and others, man, so it's become a big boys game. Strategy is not selling. Strategy is buying quite a lot. Reiterated the company has established a solid foundation here and confirmed the new purchase disclosures will be made on Monday. So you're going to hear a Monday purchase by Sailor. It's going to be awesome. And he's going to buy more. Look, so far the V-shaped recovery is on. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Nice to see that starting to do some damage. I like those bullish engulfers, baby. Let's engulf. What am I talking about? Whenever the bullish candle, which is a green candle, which is bullish, you can stick this candle in there. You can stick both of these candles inside of this whole candle. That's a bullish engulfing candle if I've ever seen one, folks. Think before you speak. Don't make any verbal mistakes. Your knowledge and credibility might be irrelevant from it. People will say, don't. Man, love, I have no idea what you're saying, man. Yeah. Bitcoin isn't bouncing on the golden pocket from the April fib. Yeah, if you had my dad, you would definitely think before you spoke, because he would have whipped you into shape. My dad was a hard man. Man, the guys at the Bitcoin Love channel need a hug right now. So glad I bailed at 108 and bought gold and silver at this point. Yikes. I would be so pissed to be in gold and silver, but you never know, man. Whatever makes you happy, bro. I see everyone finds their happy place. That's your happy place. That's going to keep you content. So I would just watch for the 1 hour to go sideways and make the bear flag or to pump up. But it doesn't look amazing, I got to be honest. So the prediction is this will bear flag to the downside and likely head to about $90, $89, $88, $90,000. How much MicroStrategy do you have to pay yearly as interest in the loans? I don't care. It's none of my business. And I'm sure they got the money. Yeah. It's all the way down either way. I bought more Bitcoin. I had to. When the fear and greed is this high, you have, in my humble opinion, we have no choice. Like, we're the plebes. We're the little ones. Like, they got all the money. We're not whales. We're not the ones moving the market. You know, we have to grovel at their you know, at just their bags of liquidity that they're moving the market on. So we have to be like, please, could you spam me? So when you come to that terms, you realize, man, okay, 94K was the bottom, no 80K unless Trump trumps. You're funny. 108, 90K, who cares if you're holding Bitcoin long term? Never bad to buy gold, but it's far more likely money is fixing to flow into gold, from gold into Bitcoin. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't. Yeah, I was scared when everyone was talking about alt season. Now people are saying not alt season. I've never been more bullish. Exactly. When everyone's telling you it's about to pump, it's going to dump. When everyone's telling you it's about to dump, it's always the opposite. It's crazy. Then it's always the opposite of the opposite, though. And they'll get you real good in that sense. So, yeah, that daily just looks absolutely horrible. And so we're just kind of watching the 1 hour time frame to see if it makes this flag. That's kind of what I'm watching, and that target takes you to about $89,000. So, yeah, Bitcoin remains bearish unless I'd say I'd have to see it get back above 99,780, really 100K. Gets back above 100K, it has a chance. It has some staying power for sure. Okay. Thank you, Sammy, for being here every day for us. I'm bullish on the very select alts at the moment. Majority doesn't look good, though. Yeah, let's take a look at Dash and Zcash and see what's happening. Okay, let's take a look at Zcash. And it's ZEC, not XEC. Yeah. Zcash. Wow, Zcash pumping majorly from when we first looked at it yesterday, too, at 493, and it pumps all the way up to 598. Crazy how it does that. Zcash. So Zcash is pumping while Bitcoin is dumping. For whatever reason that is. I mean, one of two things, right? We could say that, you know, that's the key area to jump on because you got the inverted head and shoulder, but it played out already too as well. I mean, you got this as a, it's interesting because this in itself is a bit of a cup and handle, and inside of the cup, you can see there's a shoulder, head, right shoulder there that could break further to the upside too as well. So it's looking somewhat like a dig out here. And look, now we're above the 1 hour 200 moving average Zcash. You know, it's tough to chase right now, but these coins are strong compared to Bitcoin. Like they're strong. I'd like it to get back inside the pattern, chop a little bit, but it maybe it punches out and it gets above here. The 21 catches there, and then it continues to pump. But that's an $815 Zcash. It looks like it may not be done, and the entry there at 530 could and prevail, turned to be pretty sweet to the upside. Let's take a look at Dash and see what's happening to Dash. People are saying Dash is hot right now. Dash been hot, baby. Dash been hot. She hot, baby. She hot. Let's take a look at MEXC and Dash. So, you know, we were looking for it to break out of here and get tight. Once it lost that trend line, you had to kind of forego that idea. We look here at the daily time frame for Dash, right?
I'll take you anywhere. Just tell me I'll be there. We don't need a plan. I like it unprepared. Whatever
so
we'll stay there for the day.
Interesting. I'm like, what are you doing to me? There we go. I'm like, why is it looking so strange? So I'm going to go and look at the weekly and then whittle my way back down for Dash. Everything's going to follow BTC, period. But what's pretty nice is these altcoins pumped, and like they usually pump at these inopportune times. Ones that are really high end. We don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do the Twisted Sister. We don't know exactly how this is going to play out, but it's telling us that Dash is definitely on an uptrend for the week. It could continue its barrage here compared to the rest of the market, and then you got that daily double bottom forming. Believe in my sky. See how I zoom in right there? That synchronicity, man. Me and him sound like Elton John and Billy Joel doing a duet. So look at this. Look how Dash looks like it's about to explode to the upside. Some serious potential for Dash here. I know it's sketch. The rest of the market is amazing, but there's serious potential for Dash with a stop below these two areas. This one specifically below 52.98. I mean, wow. So I'm somewhat bullish on Dash. Dash looks interesting to me, somewhat breaking out. Maybe it goes against the grain and dumps, but man, that looks pretty hot to me. And I was going to put these in the alt area. I might as well just do that so no one thinks I'm confused. But I like, when things are hot, I like to put it right out there. Dash, baby, dash. Okay. Thank you so much for asking about Dash. I feel like we uncovered a hidden truth there that could play out later on. Sing it, Sammy. Yeah, CryptoPhase said, too, that it's his worst trading year, too. Yeah, it wasn't my worst trading year. We had some really good times. A lot of ups and downs, right? Sounds like a dying horse, I know, right? I listen to Sam sing out of key any day. I know, right? This is going down number one. This is Pawn in the terrace ground. Bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. I'm still not a player, but you still a hater. Elevated to the top high. See you later. I'm gone. Penthouse suites, van house leads, rent house leads, rent out leads with the option to buy. Hopping the flop in the Benzito and my twin Dito. Man, I listened to Big Pun for years, bro. He's my favorite rapper, bro. What he said, dead in the little of middle, little did we know that we were diddle to middlemen who didn't do diddly. Ooh, dude was a savant. Heard he was like dyslexic. You know what I mean? Like one of those, just like out the gate, just insane with the words. The wordplay, what you heard say, I'm superb today. I use another verb in my way. I like the movement of projective advertising. So can we bounce off that 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame for Dash? Get in there with a stop below the 4-hour 200 moving average. That could prevail to be a nice pump to the upside. So Dash looking interesting. Does it mean Secret Network is bouncing back to the upside? I'd take a look at Secret to see if there's a bounce there for Secret. Possible moving average, support or resistance. Wow, you know what's interesting is Secret's right back at the 200. So if Dash gets the pump, you'd think Secret would also... Shh, don't tell anyone. Get it? I'm so funny, Secret, you know. Oh my gosh. I caught you off guard, didn't I? You weren't sure. You were like, wait, did he or didn't he? He's that dude, though. Yes. The answer to that is yes. So look, can we get back above the 4-hour 200 moving average? And then can these security, these privacy coins begin to run again? You want to look at R, which is Pirate Chain. All right. You want to start to understand what's happening here on the bigger picture. We may actually get ourselves a blessing, but if we don't pay attention, we are not going to see the blessing. Amen. So let's take a look at Pirate Chain, which continued to rip from 2 cents. No, from 22 cents to 55 cents. Unreal. And now you just have to have, now you have this idea that you're in this, you could be doing this. If we stay tight inside there, R looks like it could break out. That will take some time. If I hold shift and move sideways, it's about 7 days, 8 days, right? And the measured move is 1.2412. $85.96, and then that bounce off the 200 moving average. Look, there it's doing the same. So the 4-hour, we're bouncing on the 200 on multiple, and this has hidden bullish divergence. This thing could skyrocket with so Bitcoin skyrockets, and it's telling us that all these coins rip back up with it. Continue to make some gains here. ARRR is interesting to me. I like ARRR. I like Secret, right? There's a bunch of different things there. Render, right? Oh, no, was it Near? Because one of them, the Substacks, was running on a run with Near. MEXC here. Yeah, it's funny. Near on the 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. So, like, everything doing the same type of business here. And it's telling me, man, we might get an eruption here. This may not be over just yet. There could be some more winning coming. See, I'm focused on the opportunity, not on, there's days where Bitcoin's not amazing, but altcoins rip, and vice versa. And that's what, being a trader, I get to, go through all those ups and downs, all those motions in life, right? Airweave is a good entry. XMR is the only privacy coin, period. I agree with you on that. XMR was my number one from day one. Shout out to the 1,300 and beautiful souls here on a Friday. Like, you guys came on a Friday on a bashed dump day to come and listen to the Lifer, man. Because you guys love the Lifer. I love you. We've created a community. We've created an essence. I never stop every single day. That's inspiring to keep pushing. I inspire you. You inspire me. I see you every single day, baby. Let's go. I had lunch with 2 lifers from Lisbon today, and it was just like having lunch with my family. I have people. I can go to any country in the world. I can send a little feeler out. Someone will, maybe it's 2 people, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 5, maybe it's 16, maybe it's 20. But there's a lifer that will come and meet me. Almost, it feels like in any country in the world, there's a lifer within a few hours to an hour. And we had a really good time, man. People were just good to me, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Muck from BTCC hanging out too as well. Unbelievable. Yeah. Exactly. Love the lifer. Love you, buddy. We here, Sam, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that, brother. That meant a lot to me when you were like, we here, bro. Turbo partnered with Near last year in December. Yeah. You can come to the Bronx. Not that you would. I lived in Queens for 19 years of my life, man. You might catch me in the Bronx one day. You never know. Actually, I was invited to Boston. If all's along the market, will it do anything? No. It's run by big boy institutions. But I will tell you, being above the 200 moving average in the 4 hours, cool. It's making me want to take a bunch of alt positions here, but you never know. It is high risk. But that's looking pretty good. I'm going to take a look at that when I get a moment to really in-depthly draw on that idea. HOSKY, the lower it's ever been. A lot of these coins just getting drilled. Near Protocol back at 244. It is bouncing off the 200 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. So it's just weird, like how it's rippling through the entire. You can see it on the 200, the relevant coins are on the 200. Like Hedgig's probably like in some no end. You know what I mean? See, that's not. Look at this. Space is on the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. So we're getting this kind of like line in the sand for altcoins. Let's go look at total 2. Let's look at total 3, the entire market cap of all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. You would think it would be cool. So look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. We kind of saw that. Came back down to the bottom of the channel. Bit of a double bottom here. And it has to bounce sooner than later. When we take a look here at total 3 is in this higher low. High, higher high, higher low. Getting tight inside the zone. Oversold as well. That's telling me that a bounce is coming. And if total 3 gets a bounce, I mean, what is it? You know what I mean? So all you need to do, honestly, this isn't that big of a deal. This is actually pretty sweet. Right here, look, I mean, the 4-day chart is above this low. As long as the 4-day chart stays above 910 billion, we're good to go. We did lose the $1 trillion mark. It's kind of sad. That's psychological. But 1.40 trillion is waiting for us. And this is a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. And I can see this thing doing its damage back to the upside of $1.17 trillion. So, dude, that's a cup and handle. You see it? It's a Sammy cup and handy to the upside for these altcoins. So the altcoins don't look too bad. They may actually push Bitcoin to the side. Like XRP may get such a run that it... So look, I see some bullishness here. Now, what's the bearishness? We close a daily candle down here below 900. I mean, you're going to drop quickly right back down to 788. Then you're going to be testing with the 200 moving average on the daily. And then from there, it's like... So there's still a chance here. if you remain positive and pay attention. DCR was pumping recently. I remember talking about it to the group. Remember, I don't know if I was on a Spaces, and I found it in the morning, and I said, man, this thing just keeps going up. I don't know what's going on with this thing. And look, DCR was 17 at the time. It went to a high. It would seem, wow, the wick took it all the way to $70. This is kind of crazy. Now it's consolidating on the 4D chart, the 4D, right? 4D chess. 4-day, baby, 4-day. So look, that's a symmetrical triangle. They mainly break to the downside. I would expect Bitcoin to drop here. And I could be wrong, but I would expect Bitcoin to take a tumble. Symmetrical triangles mostly break to the downside. You are a bit oversold. Let's take a look at the 4-hour and see what's happening here on the 4-hour time frame. I could see how that rolls over, but it is making a tight channel. I'm more bearish than bullish because it's a bearish, you know, it's a symmetrical triangle. They mainly break to the downside, but you just never know. Someone says, Tau BTC, please, from Veti Goat. And let's take a look at all of the live chats and the fan funding that's been coming in today. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We have Kurt Shore, XRP request, but you had to go. Let's take a look at XRP. Grateful for the lifers, Telos TA and Tau BTC. So we got XRP, Telos TA, and Tau BTC. First thing we're going to look at is XRPZ. And I go over XRP almost every single day. It's hugging a higher low. Okay, let's talk about it. Maybe it lost it. I don't think so, though. Yeah, let's go over it one more time. I don't like this. This is shoulder. That's a head and shoulder pattern, is it not? That's got a measured move somewhere down to 1.79. I'm not saying that's happened to the whole market, but XRP looks sketchy. Just right off the bat, right? Resistance, you bounce, resistance, and resistance, which aligns perfectly. And then this one here too. So with the top, it aligns perfectly with the top. So the idea is this. I'm going to go and, you know, you want to look at this. See, whenever you see a head and shoulder pattern, it usually fits inside of a descending triangle. Not every time. I'm not saying they go hand in hand. Like they're kind of low. But over time, yes. Okay. That looks like it's going to roll over, man. I have to be honest. Am I upside down? No, I'm not. But, you know, maybe you just come down and test 208. I was looking, before Bitcoin took its insane dump, right? I was looking for this to be the falling wedge and for the breakout to be here, like somewhere maybe a little more into this region and then snatch it, right? To be super precise, that's the area that I am looking at very, very closely. And I like 230 for XRP. Looks interesting to me. Grateful for the livers. Telos TA, please. Thank you. It's been a while since I looked at Telos. Let's take a look at what's happening to Telo. Telos USDT. Yeah, TLOS. That's what it was. I was about to say, I know what that coin is. There it is, Telos. It's been a long time. I haven't looked at Telos in a long, long time. I think the last time I looked at it, I gave up on the thing, right? Looks like I looked at it here. So this thing looks like a rug to me. Like it came up, it had a beautiful run. And it came up, had another nice run there in March of 2024, and then it just like never stopped. So unless you really want to buy the lowest of the lows, and I don't even know what this thing does or do, you know. Possible double bottom here. A little bit of bullish divvy there on the time frames that it's like whenever you just shift. So yeah, that just doesn't look good to me, man. You know, possible double bottom, I get it. There's a chance that that's, you know, but it would have to speak to me for to do something like that. And I don't know necessarily if that speaks to me. You know what I mean? Like it just, it says hi and goodbye, but it doesn't really. Yeah, I don't know. Telos is just too far gone for me. Unless I really love the project. I had deep dived in it. It made sense. There was something I couldn't get enough of. You know what I mean? Like whenever I'm buying render, you know. Just can't get enough of it. No, but I'm just, you know what I mean? So that key area, possible double bottom, but it is in a bit of a bear flag. I want to see it get back above 111.48 for a long. Now, like 10,469 for a long. For me right now, the odds are more likely that this is going to continue down. Because this has just been the odds, right? And we got to play the odds. And it's funny, right? It comes down to that symmetrical triangle. Earlier today, they just absolutely lost the sauce, Alito. And it still looks like a descending triangle in here. See this? So there's, you know, I don't put it past myself or anybody. TA is TA. Any day is different. Any day could be any day. Air Dow up. Pocket Network up. Wow, so you see a lot. DSLA up. MINA protocol, remember that? We were looking at that to get tight and break out. Did it do any damage? I don't think so. Did it at least like hold its own? Wow, it went sideways. I don't know. Minotaur now looks like it could be doing an Adam and Eve, right? Let's flip on that moving average. I bet it's on the 4 hour because Minotaur had something. Yeah, there it is too. So like anything that's hot right now is sitting on the 4 hour 200 moving average. 2 days from now, we could be pumping. People act like it's never happened. And we could be at the same prices we were when we started today. Bitcoin can do whatever it wants. Remember that. There's a set way and a set parameter, but Bitcoin can literally do whatever it wants. You know it. I know it. We all know it. We've seen it 100 times. So look, MINA has a bit of a cup and handle. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy, giving free knowledge away every single day here on the channel, showing you the sauce. And people are going to be skeptical. Right now, everyone is like, I'm consistent. So right now, you're either going to be consistent with me or you're going to be skeptical of me. If you're not consistent, you will be skeptical of me until you get consistent with me. Then you will be consistent with me. All right. Picked up some nice, can't even, I'm drawing a blank, but I picked up some cufflinks today. And I'm going to wear these tonight at the event. So I picked up some nice cufflinks from Mitro. And this is cool. Look at these cufflinks. Like there, you don't see them. Then you flip it up. There they are. Pretty cool, right? I love these. These are beautiful. They got the blue to match the baby blues, baby. But God bless, man. But I'm going to wear those tonight. I just saw them on the desk. Something to keep me alive right now. Let's take a look at Tau BTC and see what's happening to Tau. So look, we see a lot of coins that are possibly double bottoming, cup and handling, and they're all somewhat connected too. It's the ones. Mina. It was hailing today during lunch. Just absolutely hailing all over us. It was insanity. Well, not over us. We were inside, but, you know, it was like right out the window. I haven't seen hail in a long time. So look at this. Calamari Network. This looks bullish to me. Like, I don't know if it has something to do with private transactions. But, I mean, Calamari looks like it's going to do some damage. So I'm seeing opportunity in this market, even though I probably shouldn't. But I'm definitely seeing some opportunity in this market. Wow, possibly 31% gains. It's amazing. And looking for it to get tighter in the channel and then break out. I mean, that's set in stone right there. Look how tight that is. That looks great to me. I'll add an alert to this so I don't forget it. So key, add alerts to Calamari. I've traded this on and off throughout the years. What did I just say? Add alerts. Yeah, I'm adding. because like I'm putting it to the Discord right now. So if anyone is looking at that, they have access. I'll forget. If I don't put it right now, I'm not gonna go through and be like, oh, every single one. No. But if I do it immediately, we're gonna take care of it. Let's take a look at TAL BTC and see what's happening. So we did XRP, we did Telos, we did some other stuff. Let's take a look at TAL BTC. BTC for TAL, they BTC for TAL. So TAL Bitcoin actually is doing a lot better than Bitcoin. Seems like it turned the tide a little bit, right? So that's how, like, you know, and you got an Adam and Eve, right? So you got this Adam and Eve double bottom. That could very well play out here for TAL BTC. A little bit of ups and downs, but in the long run, a week and a half from now, I expect this to pump. I'd check it in a week for sure to see where we're at. But that looks interesting to me. I don't love that, but the structure is strong. I've been seeing it. So it kind of gets on my radar there. The Adam and Eve double bottom. TAL, my favorite a day, yeah. Digging the cufflinks, thank you. Hailstorm in Scotland this morning too, yeah. The actions of men like John Jacob Astor IV, the wealthiest man aboard the Titanic, demonstrate a form of inner strength and composure that is difficult for most to comprehend. Yeah. By AERO, can't go wrong, man. Had an amazing time at the meetup with the lifers, Zeno, Muck, and Francisco. Sammy, you're an even better person than a trader. Much love for you, your family, and all the lifers. Enjoy the pastel de nata. Thank you so much, man. They showed up, and then they showed up and gave me a gift. They gave me something they got from the bakery. People never show up empty-handed with the lifer, man. Super nice. They didn't have to do that, but they did. Someone said weekend pump, Monday dumb. Anything is possible these days. I just like to get back to normal and not just free fall for days on end, right? It would be nice. It'd be nice if we could do that. All right, let's jump back into the chat and see what you hungry people are saying. We love you. Did you have lunch today? Did you wash your belly button today? Remember, here's your belly button. Now we're going to draw the diagram just so you understand. Okay? Here's the belly button, right? Here's the tummy. Here's the belly button. You're going to reach with the hand with the soap. Doesn't sound right? It already sounds a little weird. But you're going to reach your hands, the bar of soap, and you're going to put it right there, and you're going to wash his ears out. You're going to wash your belly button out, right? So you take, and how I always put it is you take a corner of the soap and you put it into the belly button. People are like, what is he saying? Well, if you didn't wash your belly button today, then shame on you, okay? Who here washed their belly button this morning? If you didn't do it, which, you got to ask yourself, some people here forgot. Be honest. Be honest right now. Did you or did you not wash your belly button today? Just be honest. See if you're a liar. See if you can actually tell the truth for once in your life. I know you want to lie and say you did, even though you didn't. That's just human nature, man, okay? You don't want people to know you have a stinky belly button, but you got to be honest. Let's find out who's honest right now. Who washed their belly button today? This person wrote, these people can't handle it. They just can't handle it. Right? I'm just messing around, everyone. Why do people have to get so serious? I guess it's that type of, when the market's just really, people are just, you can't mess with people today. They're very, very sketched out. They don't want to hear it, right? I only washed it on Sundays. Oh my gosh. Yeah, behind the ears is so important, dude. It's the same stink. I just stick my finger in there and get all the punk. Oh my God, that's gross. I have an outwards belly button. It's always, oh, that's amazing. You have an outie. Yeah, I have an innie. It is what it is. Can you talk about BTC movement now? Everyone's on edge and emotional. 100%. And, if your mom died on Thanksgiving, it would have been a really good test for days like these, right? And you'd be probably passing these days with flying colors. So remember, have no stress. It's okay. You know what's cool is the live stream's here at a beautiful 3 p.m. today, right? So I washed my boot. You guys are funny, man. I put goldfish in there. Oh my God, that's the top. All right. Oh my God, you guys are just crazy. I'm trying to keep up with that chat. It's nuts. Fear and Greed at 16. Can we get lower? Can you send us to 9? Can we get 9, please? So look, it's looking more and more likely that this thing will bear flag itself. to the downside, right? Back to 90, 89,000. It looks likely, no guarantees, but it does look likely for Bitcoin. Yeah. Sam's the kind of guy to wash the bar of soap at the end of the shower. I sold SEI. I sold Sui. I sold my coins, man. I sold like 5 coins. Sui, Say, Solana. I bought back Solana, though. I did buy back Solana. I've been DCAing into to kind of balance it off. All coins going to pump while Bitcoin dominance drops. Yeah. Use a natural sponge. Where's the vegan claw? You're funny. Where's Vegas claw? I know, right? Making fun of me. True Days, do you know me? Hey. I don't know you. Do you know me over here? Tamiris? Someone said you sold it. Yeah, I sold coins that were going to tank, man. All right. Like right now, Bitcoin would have to make this right shoulder. You'd have to assume it's going lower, right? I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't mean you know it's going lower for sure. It means you have to agree with the probability. All right. Let's take a look at SEI. Speaking of it, someone wants to know. Let's just take a look at what's happening to the chart. Does it look bullish? Does it look bearish? What's going on? Yeah, so like, and I'm selling up in here, and the, you know, it was like 36, 35, 30. Selling right. See October 6th. Let me show you here. You have the head and shoulder, 35, 36, and then it starts to kind of roll over, get some wicks. And as this thing starts to drop, I mean, bang. Like Monday, we start to cook. Further to the downside. And look, that's a descending triangle too that looks like it's going to break down. The 22-hour time frame also looks pretty bare. I'd say so myself. I moved somewhere back down here to 6.5 cents. Sold my SWI, Say, HBAR, ADA, XRP, and everything else that did more than 70% on October 10th. What's the point of cleaning my belly button if no woman is going to... Oh my God, that's gross. Bro, what did you sell at your big bag of Solana? Yeah, I sold Solana for a gain of 150 grand. Yeah. Then I bought it back and I'm now down like 20 grand, but that's okay. If it keeps going, so be it. I still own 1,000 Solana coins, all right? 1,000 sold. 1,000 sold to the man in the red shirt, right? Let's see if I could. I mean, people want proof, right? They want proof. They have to see the proof. Show us the proof, Sam. We want the money. Show us the money. Never. I'll never. Never. No, I'm going to show you the holdings, man. If you want to see what's going down, I can show you what's going down. Like, it is what it is. You know, I got to grab my phone. Hold on 1 second. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I'm just getting it. I'm 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 here. I'm here. I never went nowheres. I got dinner tonight at 6 p.m. too at Swoon. Some fancy smanchy place I don't even know. I'm just going with the flow. I just go where I'm told to go. Make it happen, baby. Shout out to all the lovers of life on the live stream. Thank you for being here. We still may uncover something here. Yeah. Amen, man. Thank you. I got so many good people in my life, man. Shout out to my wife that helps us feed those kids every day, every week. God bless my wife. God bless everybody in the channel. All the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for being here. Let me just find one quick login, and then we're going to jump on in. I may make this live trade here on Max. Hey, I got it. I got it. And I'll show you those, you know, I don't know, man. Everyone online I see a lot of people that I just feel like you could tell something's funny, right? I can't explain it, but something's funny, especially in this space. So I like to just be as transparent as I can to show people what's going on, all right? To let them understand. So look, I told you I tethered up, right? That was it. That was not a lie. I told you I had a bunch of firepower for this dump, and I have 197,000 in tethers sitting there waiting. I have 1,000 souls sitting there waiting, okay? I got some Zen too. right? I got 2 Bitcoins hanging out right here. I got my Real. I got my Order, Gala, Yeezy. I still got so much of this nonsense. Look at this. Some of them are 0, but these go from about here on up. Old coins, new coins, you name it. They all took a beat down. Wallet sitting at 642, 671. Is it up or down today? That's the question. Probably up right now with the way the altcoins look. Let's see. Do we get... Show us a green, baby. Show us a green. Show me some green. Are we flat? No, they're going to give me nothing. They're flat on the day. Haven't computed it. Sideways price action. It's funny. It usually shows you a P&L right there. It's like... It's taking too long. But man, I still got my Tau. I still got my FET. Right? I still got it, baby. So, hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. About $300,000 in altcoins there. And it's about 100 grand, 120 grand in altcoins. Because you got 200 grand in Bitcoin, 200 grand in Tether. But that's for it. Yeah, you got $194,000 in altcoins still, man. So, and I still hold, you know, Link somewhere. And I hold some other ones in other places, right? Love you, Sammy. Love the gloss over... the gloss over, yeah, some are 0. Yeah. Hey, Sam, can you explain the TA of why you bought your Sol back? You know, if Sol goes back to... Honestly, I kind of like FOMO'd in to see it looked like it could keep going. And I held it for so long. I said, listen, I'm up 50 grand. I'll buy it back. If it drops 50 grand, I can get out at 120. You see? And I'll still never have lost any money. But if the rally does continue... I'll be in the coin. And honestly, I think Sol's a hold for 4 years. I think I could hold Sol for 4 years. I believe, and I could be wrong. But, you know, Sol could hold for 4 years. So I'm just willing to hold that thing for years. I'm not really stressing it right now. Yeah, SEI looks like it's in kind of a descending triangle, right? Looks like it could go lower, somewhere down to 6 cents. I could be wrong. Maybe this is the absolute bottom. It would kind of have to be for SEI. And so when things have to bottom in a way, it's also not a good look. Right? Yeah, Gala sucks, yeah. Sold your soul for rock and roll. I love you. Sammy Cohen handy to the upside. Hey, Sam, can you explain the TA? Yeah. Sol is my favorite alt. I'm just sketched out. BRB gonna cry in a corner. My portfolio is booty. Oh, man. Is Zcash reversing down? It could be. I wouldn't chase anything today. Lower volume, a lot of sketchiness. Let the market find its way. Don't feel compelled. If you feel like you have to trade today, that's kind of the whole reason people got wrecked in the first place. Like, let's at least begin to attempt not to resurrect that bad behavior from before, right? Like, let's make sure that we're doing something new with our time and space. So yeah, like, I wouldn't go too hard. I'd like to see this here, inverted head and shoulder. That could bounce us to the upside. I like what I'm saying. Hey, Lifer, chat unable to send a super chat. Do you know why? Everybody in the chat? Maybe it's turned off inside the settings. Sometimes that happens. Let me double check. There's a chance it got just turned off. It shouldn't be, but, you know, I don't see why. I think you could send a super chat. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, we already got super chats today. Yeah, no, you're bugging. All right, can you look at Litecoin 3-month or 6-month? Had an amazing time at the meetup with the Lifer. Thank you, man. And can you please check Aerodrome? So we'll look at Aerodrome and Litecoin. Bitcoin, possible inverted head and shoulder back to the upside. This could be the bottom. This could very well be your bottom. Buying BTC on the lows. Whether you buy 97, 99, 101, 100K, 98,000. You know, unless you're buying a whole Bitcoin... Just a beautiful price for me. But again, it has to make sense to you. This is about education. This is about entertainment. So look, this looked bullish to me. Aerodrome looked good. It was inside of this beautiful flag. Looked like it may continue to the upside. Things were starting to go in our favor. But now Aero's had a pretty nasty red candle. And you got to wonder, like, if Bitcoin collapses, does it take Aero with it? Or is Aero going to bounce off the bottom of the trend line here? So here we go. Let's take a look. price note. So you're getting the strong support at 83. Your next target is clearly 147. And your next target from there is about 238. The lows that you don't want to break through are 51 and about 29. Okay? It is a cup and handle on the weekly. I'm just, it is oversold somewhat on that stochastics RSI. If this were to break out and hit 238, I would not be surprised. I would watch AERO very closely, and we still have it in the cup and handy to the upside. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Someone says on the 3 or 6 month chart, LTC, ogre, you nasty. Right? Right off the bat, what I see is interesting. I see this trend line beginning to form for Litecoin, and then I see this upper trend line, and it tells me that all coins are getting tight. It's funny. Look at this isn't bad. Like, this is strong compared to Bitcoin. Look, you had the low, you had the high, you had the higher low, higher high, higher low. Yeah, that dip, but this is the pan. That was that pullback when we had the October 10th. I almost want to call it the plandemic. It felt like it. It felt like a black swan, just right. So we're gonna have to get a bounce here sooner than later. It does give me some head and shoulder vibes. I'd like to get a bounce here, get tight, bullishly retest, and then be on my way. So I like what's going on for Litecoin, and it says it can get all the way up to $213. Very oversold in the stochastics. You're kind of getting towards that hidden bullish. MACD wants to turn. Everything's looking pretty interesting for LTC, USDT. Litecoin, man, one of the first coins I ever got. I don't know if people realize. When I was on Coinbase, Litecoin was $5. Ethereum was $3.75, and Bitcoin was like, I don't know, like $300, $500. Then it went to $1,000. Ethereum went from $9 to $89. I saw it happen, and then Litecoin pops out at $5. And I tell everyone, look, at the last two coins did really well. I said one went from 3 to like 1,000. It did a 3x. I said the one after that was Ethereum. Look at it when I touch that, the energy. Ethereum, that means electricity flows through us all, right? Now, Ethereum also, did numbers from 9 to 89. And now I'm sitting and looking at Litecoin at $5 a coin. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? It's perfecto. So I like what I'm seeing with Litecoin, and I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I don't think I'm going to run on in, but I might swing trade the puppy. I might just swing trade that puppy all the way back to 213, right? Which is my target, per se. So Litecoin's something to put on the radar. So there's a lot of action here in the altcoins. They're actually pretty cool. Funny, they're actually starting to show the way we've been wishing they would show for months and months on end, which is crazy, right? Shout out to my AERO people, man. We love you. We thank you guys so much for being awesome. And thank you for the pastel de nata. I can't wait, brother. It's going to be amazing. Okay. And shout out to anyone who's thought about me, supported me, believed in me, and helped this channel grow to help others grow. You're amazing. Pat yourself on the back and know that you are a true champion, a true hero among men, and you deserve your accolades for being a lifer. God bless you and thank you. I can't do this alone. I can't run this channel alone. I can't travel the world alone. I mean, I could. It wouldn't be as fun, though. 10,004. This could bounce back to the shoulder, head, right shoulder there from Pocket Network. Kyle Chasse, right? That's his little baby. You'd think he would put a little more love into that thing. What happened, Kyle? Ran into the ground. Rain, USDT, actually making the flag on the weekly. Let's zoom in into the smaller time frames. This is what I look for. I mean, that 2-day chart looks interesting. Even the daily is in a bit of an Adam and Eve. You see it? How that's an Adam and Eve? I definitely like to see it get to the top of the pattern, but we could also make it tight like this. Those wicks are crazy, though. I'd stay away from that just because it's just so crazy. But the price action is starting to look somewhat all right. And there you go with XMR, which is bullish, more bullish than any other coin in the game. And it's actually moving up like this. You could almost do this with it, which I'm going to do because there's your trend line. You're getting tight. That looks like you're going to get a breakout. And this would go all the way back to 654 from 395. I mean, Monero's on a tear too as well. It's pretty cool to see that. Now, Boba, remember Bubba? Boba, remember Boba? You know, let's talk about Cake. Cake's been holding 230 for a long time now. And you think, you know, as tough as Cake is and as old as it is, it seems to hold the narrative pretty dang well. Like, so when I look at Cake here, I see something like this. Oh, that's the moving average. I thought it was a line. That's just so messy, right? But that's how it is. So look, I could see this thing break out. Seen it so many times. Tight moving averages on the daily. Cake looking super hot. That's the flow that got the block hot. Kid is super hot. It's a roadie, not a stopwatch. It never stop. God bless all the lifers. Never give up on your dreams. Never. They take time. Discipline. Look at me. I am jet lagged and beat up right now and tired beyond belief. My back hurts. I'm covered in sweat. You know that, like that plain sweat? Even though I did take a shower. I walked around. I had dinner. I am exhausted. My eyes are falling. I still got to do the top-down analysis. I still got to make it to a dinner at 5 o'clock. I don't know. At 6 o'clock. I don't even know how I'm going to do it all. I just put my faith in God, everybody. I don't have all the answers. How my channel grew where it is. How it's going to continue to grow. Where we're going to end up in the next few years. But I don't have a boss to listen to. I created my own destiny, and I'm just going to fly with where the wind takes me. See, I've put myself out there forever, man, and I'm willing to take the beatings and the winnings and the ups and the downs and to just go with it. Life is not perfect. Nobody said it would be. We got to make the best of every situation. That's the true skill. Can you make the best of any situation you're given, no matter how horrible it seems? Can your mom die in front of you and you can still say, "Dear Lord, thank you for taking her on Thanksgiving where she was with her family"? Like, you got to find the silver lining. You got to find the positive meaning. There is something behind the scenes that will get you excited and inspire you. If you can make that connection, trust. I'm seeing if I can scan something that might just pop out for you out of nowhere, but for the most part, a lot of these altcoins do not look pretty good. It looks like we found kind of the needles in the haystack, so to speak. Another thing you want to take a look at, though, KuCoin shares. Hot project. You can see how it's like retesting just like Bitcoin was. And this was a hot project for years. Like, I see no reason why this thing can't get all the way back to its highs there at 1920. It went to $30 at one point. It was $1 a coin when I first got in, and then you were getting residuals. Man, KuCoin shares, BNB, Gate.io token, all these exchange-based tokens, they tend to do pretty good. The MEXC token, the Weeks token, they tend to do pretty dang good. As long as the exchange is continuing to take names and kick butt, they do well. Remember HTM, Hotum, which reminds me of XTM. Isn't that Torum? We looked at Torum recently. I think it ended up breaking out from when we played it out. Did it? Yeah. So look, I gave you Torum in the trading group. Look at this. I found this little flag. I said, I like this flag. I could see it going up. Wow, that thing on a wick went up 60%, but right to the target. Unbelievable. Look at that thing. And you're like, what did you give us this? I remember giving it to the trading group. Let me double check. But it's a teaching moment. It's not a bragging moment. The tight moving averages above the 200, above the 21. MACD was also in an ascending triangle. Remember, you're going to put the MACD in an ascending triangle. Put it inside these patterns. You're going to see low stochastics from the jump up to the back to the upside. And if you search for what this was, it was XTM USDT. And I'm almost positive I put this out. I remember putting it out to the group right there. I gave you Torum. Watching Torum on 11/9 5 days ago. So again, it obviously took a dip, but Torum did hit that target beautifully and passed it to the upside. There's your before, there's your after for Torum. XTM. That was a beautiful trade. Look how I can see it before it happened. And then we exploded on the 1 hour time frame. You go to the 1 hour, you can see how we crossed the 200 moving average on the moving averages were super tight, right? Everything was telling us it was a go-go. Again, if you round tripped it, you're back to below break even. So you got to do what you got to do. God bless all the lifers. Never give up on your dreams. Never, baby, never. 1,257 beautiful people here on the live. Life is hard. Trading is hard. Nothing is easy. My dad said, if anyone tells you it's easy, get away from them. Stop listening to anybody that uses the word easy, even if they let it slip out. So, oh, that's easy. No, nothing is easy, man. It ain't easy. Like, get that out of your head. The sooner you believe nothing is easy, the better off you'll be. Fine, maybe something will be less difficult one day. See what I did there? I love that. The alliterations. All afternoon, Adam amazes Ashley. All afternoon, Adam amazes Ashley. That's an alliteration. I just made that up, too. I don't know why. All afternoon, Adam amazes Ashley amazingly and awesome. I mean, that's all A's, right? All afternoon, Adam amazes Amanda amazingly and often. Amazingly and awesome. Yeah, not often. And those are all A's, nothing skipped, no, not even an article in there. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I love it. The linguistics of the world always amazes me. I took Latin for years too. 6 years I took Latin, studying the intricacies of the the English language and how it portrays into the romantic languages like French, Spanish, and Italiano. Hey, paisano. Wow, we went over a lot of stuff that I see that's imminent and interesting to look at. You might have to take a screen break when I'm done with you today just to kind of make sure your eyes are okay, because we've done a lot. We've done a lot. Shout out to Underground Crypto. Thank you so much for driving me, man. My man, this guy offers to drive me to the airport 3 hours. He spent 6 hours of his day. Everyone, please say thank you to Underground Crypto. He got me to the airport safe and sound. Says he'll pick me back up from Miami. Saves me so much. Thank you so much, man. May God bless you. Had such a good time kicking it with you. He brings spin drifts. He brought Dubai chocolate for me. The guy, went out of his way to be super thoughtful. The lifers are the most thoughtful people. If God is so thoughtful because he created each and every one of you, and you guys are so thoughtful, man. I'm so blessed. I don't need everybody. I just need my lifers, man. I don't need everybody. I don't need every single person out there. I need the lifers. I need someone that's going to really be there all the way. Sam, can October 10th event happen again? See, that's the thing. After October 10th, it took a lot of the trust out of cryptocurrency. People that had faith, they're just like, well, if they could do that to me, then I don't want to find out if I can 100x. I don't want to 10x. Like, I'm all set. I'd rather go ride my bike down the street and relax, and I get it. And that's why it's a trader's game. I want to reiterate that it is a trader's game. And that's why we're going to give you a beautiful premium Discord that I created, the most affordable premium Discord in the game. Go to the description of my videos, hit that link. That's going to take you to the Black Friday form. Fill out that form. It's going to give you 24-hour access to my Black Friday sale 24 hours before, and a discount on top of the already hugely discounted Black Friday sale. Go to CryptoLifer.com. Actually, no. Don't go to CryptoLifer.com. Hit the link here in the description. Fill out that newsletter, or not that newsletter, but that form. And once you fill out that form, we can play ball, because it gives us the ability to send you the deal. Right? Because in that form, you check a bit that says you consent to us sending you the deal, and that's the way it works. So we can now send you the deal, but you got to consent to it. You got to let us say it's okay. All right. Thank you, Underground, keeping the mentor safe, baby. Amen. Does the Discord teach how to talk to women? Yes. Be a confident man. Look them right in the eye and tell them the truth, man. Women love that. Sometimes. Tell them what they want to hear, then you tell them the truth the next day. Does this Discord teach? Yeah, I believe it kind of does. But we have women in there, too, that will tell you how to talk to them. We have women in the Discord. You can ask them yourself. Maybe they'll help you. Please don't hit on the women in the Discord. We have special, really nice women in the Discord. We have probably more women in my Discord than any other Discord, because I had a twin sister. I understand the human psyche a lot more than most men, because I was around my twin all the time and her friends. So I got that little insight at a young age into the mind of a woman. All right. One thing that's funny about women today, like I was getting my baggage and they, like the girls see me at the baggage claim. I'm 3 feet away because you don't go right next to the baggage claim because what if someone needs to get their bag? And then just right in front of me, 3 girls just all stand there right in front. One sits on the floor and they all sit there talking and like then my bag comes and like I'm like, like, and they both just stare, they all stare at me. I have to walk around them, grab the bag, almost hit one of them. I'm like, and I say to them, I said, there's no, that where is your sense of you know, where is your sense? Like, what are you doing? Right? Anyway, it didn't matter, but it's just funny to me. You know what I mean? Ha 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 ha. Hey, ladies. It's funny. I'm ready to party. Hope the U.S. is getting ready for Thanksgiving with the family. Oh, yeah. If I'm already in the 99, does the deal apply? Yes, you could hit that deal. Okay? But here's the deal. Cancel your subscription right now. And if you don't cancel your subscription, your old subscription will resubscribe. So you have to cancel your subscription and buy another subscription. You understand? Please. Because if not, say you bought $99 a year and you're in for the monthly, or say you're in for the yearly, say you're in for the quarterly. You're going to buy the other one, and then I believe the quarterly may still apply. So make sure you cancel your subscription. You have to hit the cancel button on the website and then re-sign up again using the proper link. I believe that's going to be the best. We will find you, and then we'll give you the thing, and then we'll find the discount, but then my team's sitting there doing all the back-end work, and it would be nicer if they didn't. But we'll figure it out no matter what. My wife's super honest. She goes through it all. She can see what happened. Last year they did it. They catered to everybody that messed up or made a mistake. We figured it out. Yeah. Zero spatial awareness. I know, right? Like, no idea what's going on. Like, you gotta love them. Like, not all. There's a few that are really sharp, man. You know, is that why I paid full price last year? Possibly. Yeah, but you cancel right now, you'll be out of the group though too. So you gotta do it at the right time. Wait till, you know, the Black Friday sale starts, which is gonna start on Thursday, the 20th, I believe, right? Yeah. I could be wrong. Maybe it's, I should know the dates. But it doesn't matter. As long as you hit that newsletter, you'll get an email sent to you at the right time, and you won't have to think about it. Yeah, but Sam, I haven't been filing the form for a week now, and there was never a box to tick to consent to receive anything. I think it must be in the fine print, you know. So cancel our old subscription before signing up with the discount. I believe so. I think that will be the cleanest way to do it. That way you won't get charged twice for your other subscription. Because what if you did it last November? It's going to come and you got to think about it logically, right? Even though I know to me, we had to sit down and think about it as a team too. All right. Have safe travels, my friend. Much love and respect. God bless you, man. Thank you. Yeah. I got the coupon. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll keep paying full price. I don't mind. I love you, man. Thank you for saying that. It's very nice of you. I think the discount's almost a little too much of it. If I had to say, I think the discount's a little too much. I have to be honest. I value my but my wife and my team, they like to make things affordable they said, Sam, we want to make it affordable, right? Here's the early bird Black Friday link. Thank you for saying that. There's the link right there. You're awesome for doing that. And she puts the link out, right? If you hit the link right there, look, it's going to take you. Oh, no. Yeah, let me make sure that it takes me. Yeah, right there. The early bird registration. I'm not a robot, right? Click that. Boom. And then send that on in. Okay. So everything else to me is a bit sketch. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP and see what BOOKMAP's doing. BOOKMAP still suggests we go all the way back down here somewhere to 9360. We've been battling 97,000 the entire stream. Back and forth, up and down, up and down. Let's take a look at BTC USDT here. Again, one last time before we jump on out of here. Hold on, let's BTC USDT. Yeah, there we go. So look, we were looking for either an inverted head and shoulder here or the sideways bear flag. If it continues, if this drops down and starts to do this, I mean, it's likely you're going to dump. If this pushes up and gets above the 21, it's likely you're headed right up here to 99.8, and then you could get out of here. Think about the crazy thing about this is if this head and shoulder does break out, and it breaks out in the timely manner in which we think it will, you could be at 105,000 by 2100 tonight, Saturday night, right? So there's still some action here. And then you want to see again, you want to look for the model. You want to look for the 1 minute to cross above the 200 moving average, which look, right now we're getting a model. I play this all the time. We're in the 21 above the 200. And today's a Friday. I don't love to trade Fridays. It's very low volume. It's treachery for traders. But look at that. I mean, that's the 21 above the 200. That's my sauce. That should pump us to 98,006 and we'll go from there. So it looks like there could be a nice move here for Bitcoin. Stop loss below this point of control, and the moving averages. Look at the moving averages are very tight as well. You can see a bigger channel, this one. So I don't know why I keep hitting that button. But you see this bigger channel too as well that can go further to the upside for Bitcoin, right? And then it takes this whole measured move as the flag, the parabolic bunch. It sends you somewhere to about 98,800. So Bitcoin getting a little bit of a love right now, but also look shoulder, head, right shoulder to the downside. Just looks sketchy. I would zoom out to that bigger time frame again and either get that inverted or play the bear flag. I'd stay away from the smaller time frames right now. Too choppy. Too choppy. Everyone, I'm going to jump on just 9 minutes early so I can go do my top-down analysis and get it done. The macro weekly top-down analysis. I'm going to get that done right now. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. I don't know how I just went all the way to 11:51. Somehow we do it. I don't know how we do it, but we do every single day. We do not stop. And that's another day in the books that we can say we hit it without a day off, man. And I love it. My knees are aching, man. My knees ache when I sit down. So crazy, bro. My knees will be fine the second I start sitting. I got achy. Someone says I need to take a spoon and go up my thigh. I saw an Asian man do that. Takes all the pain away immediately. I got to do it right now, man. My knees, man. I'm an old man, I feel like. We are buying. Michael Saylor says no truth to the rumor. Yeah, that's a lie. I even said that. They were moving coins. See, we're buying. Michael Saylor, no truth to the rumor that Strategy sold 47,000. Strategy chairman says was defiant as ever on Friday, dismissing claims his company sold some of its Bitcoin. In a post on the X, known as Walter Bloomberg, ARRR data reportedly shows Strategy reduced its Bitcoin holdings. It's unclear whether this came from transfers or sales. This is the first report decrease. There's no truth to this rumor, Saylor replied. The outspoken Bitcoin advocate posted an AI-generated image of himself floating in the water with the Titanic sinking in the background, which some viewers used as a mixed messaging. The Strategy co-founder appeared on CNBC on Friday morning and remained bullish despite the latest market drawdown. We are buying quite a lot, actually, and we'll re-report our next buys on Monday morning. I think people will be pleasantly surprised. Arkham also pushed back against Bloomberg's post, noting that Strategy regularly undergoes wallet/custodian rotations, and that the movements recorded this month are likely a continuation of those transfers. According to the November 10 filing, U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Strategy recently purchased 487 BTC for approximately $49.9 million, which brought its total holdings to 641,692 Bitcoin. Wow, imagine having that many. And he doesn't even care. Like, he'll die and give it away. He says he's not even going to sell it. He's going to let it go to the abyss. It's going to take 4% of the supply and just lock it up for life. That's bullish. That's scarcity. That's Bitcoin. All right. Anybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Do not stress. All right. Don't listen to the rumors. Don't listen to the nonsense. That's exactly what it is. It's nonsense and rumors. I'll see you, anyone who's going to CCC tonight with their Prestige Pass. I can't wait to see you guys there. May God bless everybody. Thank you so much. I'll see you all tonight. No, I'm just joking. I'll see you all tomorrow for another beautiful, amazing live stream. Same time, same place. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. in Portugal time. All right, which will be 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. I'll be doing an impromptu morning update. And then I'll be doing the live stream at night at one point, which I just realized that's going to be at 3 in the morning. I'll probably wake up at 5 and do the live stream at 5 a.m. So the night stream will be at 10 o'clock, which will be 5 a.m. for me. Makes sense? No. No, it's 5 hours ahead, 8 p.m. It's 2 p.m. So 4 a.m. would be 10, maybe 11 at night, which would make it 5 a.m. So you might not, I'll do a morning live stream on Saturday, and then the Saturday night stream might not be till about 11 at night. All right? So just hold me down, baby, for the next couple days till I get home, all right? Monday stream will be missed. I'll be flying on that Monday time. Maybe there's some time, but the internet was not strong enough on Tap Air. It wasn't like, Qatar Airlines with the Starlink. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you more than you would ever know. Stay positive. Keep pushing. No matter what, you are the opportunity. The second you lose that thought, somehow the opportunities will slip away. But if you believe you are the opportunity, then how could you miss it? It is what it is. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. Stay focused. Stay amazing. The secret to success, you know what it is. It's getting started. What are you going to start today that's going to change your life? I love you all. Thank you. I started this channel. Look where I'm at today. I could have done nothing. Kept going to work, doing the same thing, but I started something different in my life. I started learning technical analysis. I started adding more knowledge and value. You can too. I'll see you on the upside, baby.